Alright, so Everard gave us some permission to go and do some interrogating. Do you have information for us now?
Oh, hey, mister. I need to be back to talk with old Leah here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larisse said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And a lot of folks really did keep coming back.
Leah, you seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask you about someone. Mr. Everard doesn't really want me to talk about people about union guys. He thinks for a moment. But who do you want to talk about? Tell me about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning. Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everard's brother. He looks a bit younger. He does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He is away on some union business. Not even in Revachol, they say. Let me stop you there, Leo. Wait, no, don't interrupt. All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now it's Mr. Everard's turn to look after the union, but last year he spent a whole winter in Tien Inn. He chuckles. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again. Little guy chuckles again. Tien Inn? A lot of bulk chemical manufacturing going on there. A lot of cargo shipments being made too. The trade must have been lucrative for the trip to be so long. Tell me about Manana. He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He falls silent, hesitating. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everard sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everybody feel a little better. Tell me about Measurehead. Oh, he's really something. The little man starts laughing. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. He suddenly falls quiet. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once, he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believed Jean-Luc was a dragon, because he ran off. Another time, he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that. Tell me about the guy in the container. What do you mean, mister? He's rubbing his nape and looking at you with childlike innocence. That fancy guy in a suit, in the container over there. I don't know anyone like this, mister. Maybe he's one of Mr. Everard's fancy friends. He knows all kinds of fancy people, with suits and purdy carriages. Leo falls silent. He really feels very uncomfortable discussing matters related to Everard with you. Tell me about Titus. Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. The little man rubs a patch of his elbow. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort, old Titus is. He's probably one of those rare specimens who are born when two drunk seamen stumble on top of each other on the deck amidst a storm so violent it flings whales around. What? So he's... Is that what they call it? When two dudes go at it on a sailboat, they're like, oh, it was the storm. Crazy. Whoa. Tell me about Everard. I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everard would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister. If anything, the ever-present smile... If anything, the ever-present smile on Leo's face gets even warmer. Tell me about Rene. The night guard? He was a peculiar fellow. Headstrong and proud. We didn't really talk all that much. The little guy looks at you in the eye. He died recently. Something with his ticker. That's unfortunate. Didn't necessarily get a mountain of stuff from that. Yeah, I wasn't expecting a ton. At this point, we kind of have met everyone. So we're not really getting a briefing, but I get the feeling that, yeah, this whole Everett thing could have been, in general, handled significantly sooner in the story. And so I've made it weird by doing it this much later, but the fact that doing it so much later leads to the missions involving him failing seems like good news, because I don't really want his missions to succeed necessarily. I just want my fucking gun. So, good news for me then. Come on. Come on, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to flow. Opportunity goes once in a lifetime. You bet. Yeah. Alright, that's good. That's good. I don't know what I was gonna do with my day if that didn't work. Alright, I'll take it. That's my one chance. Fuck. Alright, well, we're done with physical instrument for the rest of the game. I can go back to internalizing this now. Yep, so that was a vital piece of information to learn. Apparently, you can just pause the thing you're internalizing at any point, which makes you lose the negative consequences, but then it just will pick up where you left off, which actually, I don't know. Like, it's convenient and useful in this exact problem situation I have right now, but it kind of feels like dumb a little bit, because I can't help but feel like maybe this is really exploitable, like the ability to just if you know that you can just turn these things off, then anytime they're an obstacle to you, you would just turn them off, and then they're not an obstacle to you, and it's like, congrats. That's a weird mechanic, but it's helpful for us because my approach at trying to stall all day long was taking way too long, and so I was running out of things to do with my day, especially now that we've established that I'm getting the gun at 22 o'clock, so like I actually kind of do need to stall for the rest of the day, and I would like to do stuff all day and not just like sit around. But hey, we got lucky, so now this thing's finally open. I can do this whole church quest line again. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant fastened multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep. A filament memory with words "off-site copy" written on its side. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful to not damage it. We should take it back to Mr. Lucan and kill it as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures. Yes, but aren't you curious? What's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs. Close the lid. It is true. I am curious. The cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile in your hand. Its intricate structure is still cold to touch. Silver tape on the side reads "off-site copy. Note. This filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer." I do wonder how fast, like, do I get in trouble if I wait? But, like, I'm curious, inherently. What if it's useful information in some way? If not for the case, then maybe for skills or whatnot. Yeah, I've looked at all this stuff before. Oop. Do I need the password, though? She's gonna know that I looked at it, though. Oh, well. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. Play. There's the old lady again. Good morning, Fortress Accident of Rue de Saint Ghislaine. This is East in Celandine Repeater Station 1. This is a human interface, a retired person sitting behind a switchboard somewhere. Please repeat. Is this the offside copy? I might have a password for the offside copy. Good. Please repeat the password. Afterlife, death. No. That's not it. Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw in the stained glass window. After death, life again. Good. I've unlocked the offside copy. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Ka-ching! Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do? Nope, that's all. Thank you, brain, for figuring that out. Cool. It sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink. Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. Read the printout. The paper is soaked with ink, its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information. What happened? It's just covered in ink. Odd. The lieutenant runs his hand over the ink-soaked paper, staining his fingertips. Something is obviously broken here. Come on, perception? A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper. Okay. What about it? Tear off the printout. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent plane. Okay. Remove the offsite copy. So, I got fucked anyway. I didn't get shit out of it. Here's the offsite copy. Figure set revolutionary. What? The dice are together. Here's my cubes. Here's my figurines. My liquids, I guess. Postcard, 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 postcard. Did I not get the item? All I got to do is look at it and see, oh, there's one white spot on it, and that's it? And I don't take it with me? What? Bridge note. I think I've already read 16 Days in Coldest Winter, Coldest April. Fractured bullet. Paralysis are empty. Primer for small kids. I think I've read all these books. I thought I was going to get the printout to take with me. Production schedule. Do I know the password for this one? After death, life again? After life, death? Unlock the schedule. Yeah, so it was the first password for that one. Really? She just used the same password. The lieutenant seems almost disappointed to discover that, as he murmurs, maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all. And we're all done. Let's print that one. Is it also fucked up? With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface. Read the printout. It's a project report written by the lead producer Andrew Andy Scott with Viral Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule. Read about the capital. I want to know about money or workforce or production schedule. Read about the workforce. Who worked there? How long? Fortress Accident employed 18 people. The bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping pyrohilden in the basement to escape his obligations. Alright, how about capital? In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 real, but then came the delays. Eventually the damage reached 400,000 real, with only half the game finished. Gosh, where did they get all this money? Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Iguanian investor. Let's skim through the production schedule, whatever it is. The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy. Right, what happened? It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million real game with the 400,000 in their bank account. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't. Oh, so they were done by their own ambition. No. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads. That sounds bad. No, it was good. Too good. At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Zemsk-born Sulislaw Zawisa, decided that Viral Untethered needed what it needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would then be able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each would have been voiced on air by a professional actor. Jesus. How many heads were there? So many. At last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined. How many combinations could you make out of that? Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it might take a while. How bad could it be? Oh no! I kind of thought we would just add more zeros. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it because it's 10,000 to the exponent of 10,000, or whatever the number was? Oh, help. Help, I have a schedule to maintain. The lieutenant taps his foot impatiently, his arms folded tight against his chest. I'm so sorry, sir. I hope this doesn't cook the filament. Oh wait, it's not the filament that I'm worried about. What have I done? This isn't the filament that I actually need to worry about, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's actually killing time, isn't it? We're burning through the day. It's not even noon yet, though. Oh boy. Bum, 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 bum. Just let the numbers wash over you. Maybe I'll get a thought out of this somehow. Now it's just zeros. And that's it. Okay. So that's what did that mean? Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss. That must be the anomaly Suna mentioned in the church log. On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness before their Iguanian investor pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day an unidentified numerical anomaly occurred on the East Revacholian Lintel front, just as the Viral Untethered project was being computed that day. And the anomaly caused all their data to get lost in the air? When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss. Wasn't there a copy of the game? A backup? Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached. What does it say? S. Lucanen killed. The lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me. Not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement, in the ice bear refrigerator, near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal. Not very convincing, is it? Her former colleagues would agree with you. She's right, actually. Nothing wrong with keeping this type of filament memory in a fridge. Is there anything else from this lead programmer? The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later. Read the notes. 4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez. All of it. Still haven't gotten an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front of that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckon it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is St. Brune, 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. St. Brune, 1147. That's what the street sign next to the church said. Yeah, we're aware of that now. Oh, yeah, it does say tear it off and throw it away. Maybe the other one set the road away too. I guess I just didn't want to keep these items around. So that one printed. Why'd that one print? Can I do an offsite copy? Print? Nothing happens. Do I have to do this again? I guess I do. Print. No. Nope, we're not going to get anything out of it. It's just going to be a weird broken printout. I have 5 points to spend whenever I get around to it. Helps in with her project. Yes! Thank goodness. Sleeping dock workers challenging. Oh, I've updated my white check on waking that guy up, but he hasn't been asleep since the first day, so that's a irrelevant check to regain. That's just kind of pointless. Progress. I'm gonna take one last check at the office down here to see if I can find anything, just because I've got a few skill ups since then. I don't remember if there was like something locked in here. There's not even a single highlighted object. All right, well, I've made more money with my cool brain that just conjures money out of thin air. It's a really cool brain. You guys should get one. So I think I'm gonna buy that one shitty book, even though it's fascist. You know what? Fuck it. Why not just do this interaction? What could go wrong? I did it. You managed to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. Seems like I'm out of shape. Or maybe these gloves just suck. Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip. Lieutenant agrees. I figured why not. I've gone past that thing. I'm probably never coming back here again. Who knows if there's some kind of thing that happens if you lift it. Failing hurt me, but, you know, we've got meds that I'm not using, generally speaking. I think I already got every book around here. This one's locked until I get appointed into Dick Mullen. I thought I already knew that, though. Why isn't it reaction speed, anyway? You never know what might make something happen. Fuck it. Let's do it. I'm not afraid of putting points into my yellow stats. Those are supposed to be my specialty. So let's go for it. 97. How did I ever fail this? It's like my specialty. Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. What do we have here? Mistaken Identity. A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence. Why does this speak to me? Could it's basically what I'm going through? Some of it. Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals? No, it's got to be something else. Perhaps you're drawn to the dark and noirish atmosphere. That's not it either. Is it because the smoking dame in the slinky red dress on the cover is giving you a hard-on? What? No, that's not what's happening. Yes, it is. The bulge in your pants is embarrassingly obvious. Jesus. Relax, it's not that bad. Also, this means your blood flow is returning to normal. Good news, really. Something the matter, detective. Nope, all good here. Casually adjust your pants. Lieutenant nods. You think you detect the faintest trace of a grin on his face, but you can't say for certain. I swear to God, this is not the day I need. I want to buy this Dick Mullen novel for $7.99. Of course, she shudders. Such violence and immorality. I mean, enjoy. I like to read things just in general, and also see if any story comes out of it. Let's get this on my hand so I stop awkwardly shining a light everywhere. I think there's nothing left to buy here. Yeah. I'm about to clear this place out. She better give me a customer discount or some shit. The Hjalmar book. What's this? Pain Threshold. Do any of these books call out to me? Is this the time to do this? I don't know, it's really limiting. I'm afraid to put a point to that. Maybe later in the game. I don't think that... I assume that this place isn't going to go anywhere. Let's buy Helm Dollarman. Oh yes, certainly. Another good sale. Yeah. Given the opportunity to pick up all this money, that just kind of keeps coming in to my brain. I figure I'll take my chances with little lore dumps and stuff. Save them for when we have time to kill, though. Which might be later today, after depending on how fast this situation resolves. It's a bummer that Renee died. This like Revachol is just shedding humans. Or Martinet is just losing its population repeatedly. 3 dead in like a week. And only one of them was a murder. Can I even get the helm? I'm not sure. So there was 1 murder, but 2 people just died in accidents. One seemingly like had his heart give out, the other one fell in his head. Still, it was a life and all that. Where am I? Yeah, this was the phone. I don't think I have more phone numbers to play, right? Dial a random number. Someone with a masculine voice picks up. Hello, Gerard speaking. Hello, Gerard. technically speaking. You're electricity. No, what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone. I need to speak to electricity. Or ask about his wife. Isn't that just gonna fuck with that can't go well. Gerard, what a douche name. Change it. Change your name. Is electricity there? I need to speak with electricity, please. No, but I get the feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole. You can just random dial people. Every time I have the same address as the late programmer Fortress Accident was looking for. Oh yeah, we're aware at this point. Every time my encyclopedia part of my brain takes off, I get the ability to do 20 more prank calls. That may not be the best way to think about it, or maybe it is the best way to think about it.
Yes, what is it?
I'll go look for the offsite copy. What? Fuck. But I've done stuff since then. Fuck. Alright, BRB. I have to run all the way back. I left it inside the machine. Apparently, this is the jump cut episode where I do long walks and don't keep it all in. But like, some of them are self-inflicted mega walks.
Yes, what is it?
I brought you the filament. Thanks. She takes the filament, inspecting the metallic tape on its side. Looks like it's the one. What's going to happen now? Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it. He's already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door. What are you hoping to find? I have a theory, she says, as the filament clicks into place. Lento was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch, she says, and presses print on the machine's keyboard. What an intricate display of failure. The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that. It's the abyss staring back at you. Something is very wrong with that filament memory. Suna doesn't reply. Her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters. Here, she suddenly says, raising her ink-stained fingertip. I found it. Where? Hold on. She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Can I do anything? Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost... She clocks up her typing speed. The lieutenant leans closer to whisper. I have never witnessed a programmer work before. Done. Suna jumps up from the keyboard like a spring. I've got it. I found a location of the anomaly. There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fists into the air. Oh my god, congratulations. Thank you, she yells back with a grin. So where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world? There. He points to the other end of the church, where a group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arch. In the swallow. Think you could help me again? She tilts her head, eyes sparkling. Sure. I need you to move those water bowls for me. I need to double check my calculations. You like moving things around. Moving things around is calming. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. So 2 left, or third 2, fourth 5. Sure, no problem. What are their numbers, though? It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is going to be good. Move the third bowl from the left 2 centimeters away. It moves like a ghost, without creating a single trace or sound. Move the fourth bowl on the left, from the left 5 centimeters to the right. Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. How am I spilling water with my interfacing skill? I'm embarrassed. This is like my one skill and you're fucking it up.
Yes, what is it?
I move the water bowls to the next position. Just like you asked, what's next? Great. Now, everything should be aligned now. She stops, biting into her chapped lip. Miss Know-It-All is hesitating. What's wrong? Yeah. She snaps out of the lull. Nothing. Now, the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. I've got the location right. If I've got the location right, we should be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Wait, why do you have your headphones on mute in the first place? Honestly, she's avoiding your gaze. Honestly, I'm a little scared. Isn't it going to be just silence, nothing else? I don't know. She stares at the heart of the computer. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin. What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What? I don't know, I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart. Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning. You're right. We should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here. Maybe. She rubs her face. Maybe I'm just tired. It's scary, but we just have to face it. Yeah. She breathes in. You're right. Let's do this. She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard. Lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing. Nothing happens as Suna Lukanen Killed presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. Can you hear anything? She doesn't answer. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone. Well? Damn it. She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off her headphones. She's still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything? No. Of course not, she says, clearly disappointed. Nothing happened. Let's move on. Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place. What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow? No. She rests her face on her hands, massaging her forehead. No, my hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this... She raises her head, staring at all the machines that litter the church, cables coiling up on the floor like pests. This is just another failure. Silence. Sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try the headphones on and see if you can hear anything, but don't get your hopes up. Perception hearing. Let's do it. Ooh, great roll. Everything disappears. You are draped in silence, like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes. What does it mean? It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere. A weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it? Suna, take up the headphones. What if we just needed a better sound system? A better sound system? He repeats. Alright, where would I get one? Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco crumble onto the wooden floor. They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place, murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the arabesques. No, what they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace. Yes, but they could help with the speakers. You mean the speed freaks? She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary. Of course. The speed freaks, they have a fantastic sound system, and you think they would help me? They would, if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you. I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence. Great, I'll go talk to them. Sure, let me know how it goes. She lingers for a moment before adding, thanks, officer. Hey! It's one of those narratives where two unlikely people that don't want to deal with each other have a reason to cooperate after all. Looks like they might just have to tolerate each other after all. Because they have the solution to each other's problems. Kind of. Hopefully.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Good news, I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for her project. The speed freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. We are grateful, cop men. You're an augury of a new era of anodic dance music. You're gonna have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished. That's fine, we can manage. He grins, excited. And what about the side business? Have you made up your mind? You mean the drug lab? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's illegal, you see. Refuse to set it up. Aw, man, really? His smile wanes slightly. You're a complete ballbuster. You don't want the cops to help you set up a drug lab. Fine. He seems disappointed. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Andre waves to the speed freaks. Let's get moving. A couple of hours. Maybe I should read my documents. Or check the nests, I suppose. Oh, they're gone. Wait, did the couple of hours pass? They're all gone. At least they get to be indoors finally, instead of in the snow, rain, sleet, whatever mess. Still got 10 hours before my gun shows up. No, they're just already here. Okay, no time. Yeah, I don't need time to pass.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
No, I can't. That's not how physical space works. He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
You can say who names the club. Let's have Estelle name the club. She's totally being exiled throughout all this. Estelle, what do you suggest as the name? How about something simple, like the club? Too modern. Andre shakes his spiky head. And too ironic. We don't want ironic, we want real. Real and true and beautiful, like the morning after the rave. Kim, how would you name the club? I wouldn't build a club and I wouldn't name it either. An underground place with no name sounds like something the Crab Man would say. We're not going with anything the Crab Man would say. Why not? The Crab Man has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness. I don't care. I don't like the Crab Man and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please. What would you propose as the name, Andre? The name? He appears to mull it over, one hand idly touching his hair. Everything I managed to come up with just sounds wrong. Andre's overthinking it, says the girl with the microphone. Yes, you should do it, detective. The speed freak with yellow beads around his neck is looking at you. It would be good for the signs. No, it's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do. Egghead, you must have a lot of ideas. Yekokokata! The freak with the large head yells from the stage, waving his hand in the air. Yekokata! The place to be! Yekokata? The zone of ecological catastrophe? That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else? Hardcore! A witless, victorious smile adorns his face. Hardcore to the mega! No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Andre looks worried as he comes to this realization. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene. No, Ed, give me your 2 cents on the issue. The amnesia. Like the I can't remember the name of the club amnesia? Amnesia! It's not amnesia, guys. Suna, do you have an opinion on this? The swallow? I don't. Good, we have too many opinions anyway. I think I've come up with a name. Disco Elysium, No Truce for the Furies, and Revachol West. Those are the 2 names of this game. This game was originally launched under the title No Truce with the Furies. And then it became Disco Elysium when they renamed it. You have? Andre stops touching his hair. Well, what's with the name? What's the name? Disco Elysium? This is the name drop of the whole game? That's funny. No truce with the Furies. What does that mean? He yells over the thumping music. Of course. He had to smuggle in Furies somehow. The lieutenant mumbles to himself. It's too long. No one's going to remember it on a Friday night. No truce. Egg's right. They call it no truce if it's too long. At least it stands out from the others. It evokes something. It's victorious. And yet mysterious. He looks around the church as light beams wash over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue. It's settled then. Everyone, welcome to No Truce with the Furies. Look at him dancing. Look at him dancing. Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion. Dance-like. To celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. What are you doing, Andre? I'm dancing. He performs another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame. That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing? We should talk about that. We should talk about your so-called dancing. Yes, my man. He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated with the stroboscopic flash of the club lights. Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Impossible. No words, just dance. I've been meaning to ask you, what's with the hair? It's to express my individuality. Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure, with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding. Or is it because you're balding? Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20. How old are you, Andre? Not 20. Oh. Is it important to you to be an individual? Of course it is. Otherwise I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes. Fair enough. He looks at the molten toothbrush. Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway. No words. Just dance. Wow, I succeeded a very low chance. This is a lucky fucking episode, apparently. You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder. Where did that little fluttering light go?
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep, vertebrate by vertebrate, through the unformed skulls of your mind.
They don't match up. It says spine and mind separately, but also this says vertebrae, and I think the voice actor said vertebrate, like a creature with a spine as opposed to the vertebrae of a spine.
Here it will begin.
Where'd the church go?
Who fucking cares?
I hate waking life. I hate this world. I hate and fear everything. All I want is to dance. Please, God, just let me dance.
God? Where is your God?
Where'd the music go?
Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. It's you who is gone.
Concentrate on hearing. Maybe I'll hear it.
Nothing. Just the immaculate silence of your spinal fluid. Electrified.
What was that about unformed skulls?
Psst. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it, waiting for its turn to rule the world.
Oh my God, is that true?
Yes, it's all true. In the spinal cord.
What do you want?
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
Bust a move.
Foolhardy! Do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago.
Healed health, yeah. With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics, somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol. The wounds from the war you've waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn. Open your eyes and dance like you've never danced before. Oh shit, look at him go. I wish he wasn't holding the weird wrench right about now, actually. His hands are doing weird things, kind of. Still, look at him go. You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker, set up of the one called eggheads, entirely, rigidly, imbecilic, without pity or fear. Free from self-awareness, no deliberation, only, and I mean only, execution. Oh my god! The Speed Freak's would-be leader stands slack-jawed in disbelief at the hardcoreness on display. He whispers to himself, "No way!" Yes, this is really happening! With this reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second, then blasts into the same hideous pattern, yelling. He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chunks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in a violent enthusiasm. Kim, get in here. What's going on here? The lieutenant looks at you with the Speed Freaks grinding around in the church, a group of unhinged lunatics. Delinquents, he grumbles. This is clearly a Code 31 emergency. Code 31! Code 31! The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose. The light reflects off his glasses. He's obviously having trouble adjusting to this new reality. A Code 31 emergency? Really? Yes, officer in need of assistance. On the dance floor. Lieutenant crosses his arms with a bemused look. What's happening? The lieutenant's forced to yell over the futuristic music blasting from the speakers. I'm not doing anything. The music made its mind up a long time ago. I'm just implementing. Good for you. He looks around the church hall. Rock on then. Hey, I called you to dance. What? Oh. Oh no. I have low authority stat, but I have a bonus from him respecting me. And the fact that I outrank him, which is kind of a bittersweet pairing of things to mention. I could put another point into authority before it happens, and that's about it. It's not great. I did say there was an emergency on the dance floor, did I not? The emergency? Not enough Kim. Oh, come on, Harry. Emergency on the dance floor. I have to do it. I have to do it. Just one little chance. Come on. Yes! Who's the one in charge? You are. Lieutenant, I am going to pull rank on you one time, and this time is now. Are you kidding me? I assure you I am not. Now get your groove on, Lieutenant. Get my what on? The lieutenant leans closer, unable to make out the words over the pumping beats. I said, get your goddamn groove on, boogie woogie. Sheesh, okay. He backs up with his hands raised in the air, observing the crisscross of your feet. What the fuck is my luck today? This entire episode's impossible. This should have never happened. Okay, you psychopath. He adjusts his spectacles, then pops his collar as high as it will go. I see what you're doing here. It's jacked up footwork, plus some... Is that UB folk dancing? Nah, it's not UB folk, it's hardcore. Yeah. The lieutenant snorts, whatever. You talk big talk, Lieutenant, let's see what's some moves. Oh yeah? I did 15 years in the juvenile crime unit. I can do age inappropriate. Now check this shit out. We're doing this. This is what today is about. What a fucking great way to end an episode. Lieutenant begins to heel kick the church floor with such intensity it's reasonable to fear he'll kick a hole right through it, causing the floor to crack and the pillars to collapse, bringing the church roof down on all of you. It doesn't look like he'd give a shit either. Turn to a cell. What are you doing? The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly. Suna. She cuts in before you can repeat the question. Estelle, aren't you going to dance? She turns to Suna, then back to you. She briskly shakes her head and puts her headphones back on. No. Recording. The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to your own work. To her own work. I wonder if Estelle and Suna will get along because of their interests in recording. She's still at her mainframe pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she's started nodding her head along to the music. Dance! Point to Andre. It's the law. The young man immediately bounces up and down and assumes the same dance pattern. Is it though? That's a completely different dance. Embellishing it with some sort of waving motion. Look at this fucking footwork, by the way. Jesus Christ. Is there anything more I can do? I want to break the limit. The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point of no return. Feels almost melancholy. Are you sure you have the entire posse along for this? Together, where are you? Here we go again. Hardcore fills the air. The sound above my hair. The what now? Lieutenant suddenly stops. The sound above your what? Above my hair, man. Okay, this is too imbecilic, excuse me. Turn on the hyperdrive. Shivers 5. Suna is in +1. Andre's dancing harder +1. Got Kim dancing +2. Let's do this. You fuck. After all that, no. How is this how today ends? No. No. It was going so good. No. This isn't fair. Music pounds through the hall of an old stave church on the coast of Martinez. Several figures are lost in the beats, their bodies pulled this way and that by sound. All of them, an officer of the RCM. One of them, an officer of the RCM, suddenly stops. He appears disoriented, then starts shaking. Violently, no longer in rhythm with the music.
The beats that you had all fired up just a moment ago seem overwhelming, nauseating. They shift and multiply like pieces of colored glass in a kaleidoscope. You're gripped by panic, alongside a dizzying feeling of deja vu. Then everything goes silent.
Oh god. Is turning on the hyperdrive how I lost my memory before? Is that how the head popped off and the next one my spine took over? Is that the description they're giving me? I feel like this has happened before.
Could be. It was almost like the utter unpleasantness of the experience was breaking through the barrier of your recent memory loss.
What's happening to me?
Not sure, but it's definitely not a normal dance floor experience. There's something seriously wrong with you, brah.
My spine says brah. I should get help.
What are you gonna do? Call the Lazarus again? And if you were gonna go to a regular hospital, do you know how long it would take to figure out what's really wrong with you? The interviews? The poking and prodding that you'll undergo? All this excitement of dancing and dancing harder. And even feigning real hard is better than dragging your feet from office to office, examination room to examination room. All mercilessly white, bright and smelling of antiseptic.
Besides, you've got a case to solve right now, and you won't get to solve it if you turn yourself into a lab rat. Whatever's wrong with you can wait. What happens next?
You'll lay here in complete darkness for a while, far away from everything and everyone. Then consciousness will slowly begin to return. It won't be fun, but you already know. It rarely is.
Waking up, you see the lieutenant talking to the young people, a worried look on his face. I've seen this thing happen before to people partying this hard. It looks pretty dangerous, though. Nah, man, don't worry. He's mainly dehydrated. It's a regular party reaction, yeah. He bounced up and down, pointing at you. Look, he's awake. What happened? Are you feeling all right? Give him a moment. He comes over with a cup of water and puts it in your lips. See, this is why you need distilled water. How long was I out for? When exactly did you lose consciousness? When you started shaking, or when you were already on the ground? She raises an amused eyebrow and replies, 30 minutes or so. I think I had a seizure. Nah, you just raved too hard. The beat gets so hard, you know, and you were rolling super hard on it. Did anything like this happen to you before? It felt familiar. With the moves you've got on you, I don't doubt it. He ignores the young man. It very well could be that something similar happened the night you lost your memory. Can you stand? It was intense, but I'm pulling myself together. Boy, I'm all out of juice. Poor guy. It's really awkward that I'm holding that this whole time. You might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect. Man, now. Now, man. Now. The would-be leader stutters with excitement. Now imagine if we could do that, right? But we're like 1,000 people. End of human development. Mission complete. What? Right. Ecstatic. All right. You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed. And feet like noodles underneath. That's it for now. Goodbye, officer. Whew. I think I almost reached Nirvana.